Here we are continuing our interviews with our speakers at Women Empowering Women. In front of me is Dr. Carolyn Ross, who helps people with food addictions, obesity, and addiction recovery. Okay, first question. What are the biggest challenges facing women in the next 5 years?
I think the biggest challenges that women will have coming up in the next 5 years are coming into our own power. You know, we see a lot of younger women who feel disempowered or who have a false sense of their own power. And I think women have a tremendous ability to influence the culture as a whole because we're mothers, we're wives, and so on. And if women could be able to express their power from the wise woman perspective rather than trying to express power like men do, I think that would make a huge change in our culture.
What advice would you give to young women?
Well, I think the best advice I could give any young women, I don't have any daughters, but I do have a granddaughter, is really to be yourself. And I think it sounds very generic and almost too difficult to accomplish. But I think if women could learn to accept themselves and also just learn to be kind of okay with who they are and what they want to do. And that's a tall order, but I think it's what's needed now in our culture for women to step up to the plate and just be who they are.
Next question. How should women raise their sons?
Well, this is a question that I really can't answer because I have raised 3 sons. My youngest is 17, almost 17. And what I've tried to do with my sons is to incorporate the best things that I had in my life. I had a grandmother who was unconditionally loving towards me, and I think that really set me apart from my other siblings in terms of my self-esteem was really nourished by her. So I've tried to do the same with my sons to set the example of how do you treat a woman, as well as a mother giving them that unconditional love and acceptance so that they can be who they are.
And the final question, how can women balance self-work, family, and playtime?
Oh my goodness, that's the eternal question. Yes, I think with that, again, what we're looking at, what really works is for women to tap into their intuition and for them to be able to then use their intuition. You know, I always say that the body is a big reservoir for that kind of wisdom. And if we could use our body cues to tell us when to go to sleep and when to eat and, you know, what kind of people we should associate with, we have a better chance of being successful at that.
Thank you for joining us today and your wisdom.
You're welcome.